In just a second with Marissa Oliveira getting action underway here. We're playing two 45-minute halves, and if a game remains tied after those 90 minutes, we go straight to kicks from the penalty spot. So there's no more extra time in the Cup Championships. We go straight to kicks. Woodbridge is going to be starting out with the ball in their own end. As they're gonna look to play that ball up to the field. As Menezes, she's able to find some teammates in the middle. She finds the Rocca. The Rocca though gets it taken away from her, and here comes London the other way. That through ball though couldn't find its way in through for Oliveira, and we have balls bouncing around. It's finally settled in by London. There's Ashley Campbell. She's got 5 goals already this season, 2 in these Cup Championships. Her and Kovacevic, 2 players to keep an eye out for. Kovacevic, of course, 4 goals in the Cup Championships, 20 in the season, 24 goals, leading League One Ontario. She looks to be hobbling a little bit though right now, so maybe picked up a little bit of a cramp early, so hopefully she'll be able to shake that one off as the ball played it a little bit too aggressively to get to Yeka, and it goes out for a throw-in for London. These two teams have matched each other already twice this season. In the opening match of the season, week 1, it was a 2-0 victory for FC London. And just 2 weeks ago, out in Woodbridge, these two teams played to a 5-1 victory for London. But again, it's a completely different squad. New players on the field for the Strikers. Not the same squad, so we'll have to see. And there was a couple of those players returning from Ontario Summer Games duty. They should be fresh and ready to go. Woodbridge throw over on the far side of the field. Great crowd on here, cheering on both FC London and the Woodbridge Strikers as the throw goes back to Menezes over on the defensive line. Puts it into the midfield. Tonai though can't get it forward, and London intercepts Oliveira. She has Kovacevic making that run into the middle of the field. She's going to slow it down enough and look for some help from her teammates. Plays this one back in for Hong. Back into the middle of the field, trying to get forward to Scott. Scott can't find her player up top, and it goes all the way to the back line for London. Some good pressure coming in, and fighting in there is Raimondo. Raimondo trying to work her way through, but shutting her down this time was Clements. Still though, Woodbridge still going, trying to go forward. Nice little ball over the head, a little bit too far though to find the player up top. That's Poulins from Yeka, and it goes straight into the hands of Gillett in goal. Gillett's coming in, playing 2/3 of her team's games so far this season. Her and Richardson have been mostly in goal for this team. Average just the 2 games so far in League One Ontario. She's going to be in tough to shut down this offense as Campbell is rushing in through on the left side. Campbell in for Kovacevic. She just loses it at her feet. Ball still cleared on top of the box, so London still has a chance. Shot there from distance, goes over the goal from Marissa Oliveira. And London coming in with some good early pressure. And Kovacevic had a great chance out in front, but just loses the ball at her feet. Campbell though with some great early pace. The pressure continues though for London. Pass goes back here for Scott. Scott's gonna leave it in for 4-10. Nice little pass in Oliver. She's onside. Oliver saved by Abernaut. As she was able to stay strong, and she was able to flick her right heel to make that save. But Oliveira did a great job staying onside on that play. Little 1-2. Ball will go played right back in for Hong. Hong plays this one into the box. Campbell tries to go for it. And it looks like it took a deflection. And it's going to go for the first corner kick of the game. We're just like 4 minutes in. And FC London is trying to get at Woodbridge quickly. They're not going to let them settle into the game. They want to get an early goal in and see if they can put Woodbridge on their back heels. This is a very young team for Woodbridge. They want to see if they can put the experience to them. Pass goes all the way to the back line. Trying to work her way in through was Thomas. Thomas can do so, and here comes Woodbridge going the other way. They're able to clear it away from that corner kick. That ball finds its way all the way back to Clements for the defense for FC London. Pass goes in for Kovacevic. Yeka still staying on her, trying to play into the middle. That pass gets blocked, but still finds its way in for Scott. Scott passes over to Thomas. Thomas is through ball line too far ahead for Oliveira, but it doesn't get cleared away as it's settled down for 4-10. 4-10 back to Thomas over on the far side of the field. She has Campbell running in, plays this one straight though to the hands of Averna, who won't have any problems. She's going to throw this one quickly to Yeka. Here comes Yeka, Lenny Yeka has a ton of space in front of her. Plays this one in, trying to find Poulins. Making a run there is Brigitte Poulins. A little bit too far ahead, but forces the FC London defense to hit that one out. Strano, and it goes out for throwing. Yeka being told to move down a little bit further before taking the throw. Yeka back in for Poulins. Brings it all the way back here for Hofeld. Hofeld playing this one into the area. Poulins, just a little miscommunication with Tonai. And here comes London going the other way. Here comes Campbell. Just during that little intermission, we saw Coach Marcotti chat with Kovacevic there. And it looks like, just to make sure she's okay, looks to be harboring maybe a cramp or something. She's trying to run it off a little bit, but hopefully she's okay for the SC London squad. Definitely still keeping an eye on that. There's Clements. Like some help there. Player there takes a tumble as little Franco takes down the FC London player. That was 4-10, and it goes out for, it's going to be a set piece free kick taken quickly in for Thomas. Playing through ball in, trying to find Campbell, was Oliveira. That gets blocked by Menezes, and Menezes is going to try and work her way out, but Campbell's there to intercept. Some great pace from Kovacevic. Campbell unable to finish that one home as it just hit off the outside of the toe. And those two players almost hooking up right at the top of the area once again. Campbell set up Kovacevic last time. This time Kovacevic trying to set up Campbell, and she just couldn't put it home. Those two will switch sides as Campbell will now come to the near side of the field. That ball getting played in too strong for Tonai. 4-10. Back it goes for Strano. Thomas over on the far side of the field. Back in. 4-10. 4-10 into the middle, trying to find Campbell. Can't find her, and there's Tonai. She's hustling to work her way through. She was on the Ontario squad for the Canada Summer Games. Trying to set it up for Raimondo. She was onside though, but couldn't get any further. And that ball will find its way all the way back to the FC London keeper.
Drop, Lauren. Just drop. Just drop. Drop.
Nice little play into the midfield. Lots of space currently for FC London as Thomas will bring this one out wide. FC London utilizing their space very effectively here early. Spraying the ball out wide and creating space for their players. Savage cutting inside, gets it through, and she almost got through a third player. Tried to get a low shot, didn't trouble Abernathy at all, and she was able to dive to her right and make the save. Here comes Yeka though the other way. On the counter opportunity, has Raimondo in front of her, and she's going to send it up for her. Clemens has to drop back to shut that down. Raimondo though doing well to get it to that one. Still battling to that one. Now she's looking for some support. There's Tonai trying to help her out. And London is able to compose themselves just a little bit though, but they turn it over again in midfield. That pass doesn't find its way to Poulins. LaFranco. Out for Poulins. As Menezes. Back in for Poulins. Trying to work her way by Clements on the far side. Clements does well to stand strong and forces her out for Woodbridge throw. Will be taken quickly down the left sideline. Nice little play there, as here comes the cross and out the other side. There's no white jersey was inside that box, and the ball will poke through the other side and out for an FC London throw. Two teams have had a bit of an opposite start last few weeks. FC London with victories against Woodbridge 5-1 and defeating Vaughan 6-2 last week. So their goal scoring, they had a little bit of a slow start to the season, but now we're starting to see the team starting to light up the lamp a little bit and get their goals going forward. Here comes Thomas, trying to play things through a little bit too hard. Go all the way back to the keeper. While Woodbridge has had a little bit of an up and down week, defeated Sanjak 6-0, but then two losses to London and to Durham last week. Put them in a little bit of a hole and in the bottom half of the table. Of course, the leader of the table at the end of the season will be the League One Ontario champions. No playoffs here, just a normal standard format where the top of the table wins the championship. Ball find its way back to Abernon on goal, and she's going to switch it over to the far side of the field. Time there for the defense. Appleton and Menezes going back and forth. There's Appleton's ball up the field. That one gets shut down. Appleton trying to do it again, and the ball finds its way down for Campbell. Now all the way back for Woodbridge again. Fake the pass there to Yeka, and so gets it back to Abernon goal. Does Hofeld? Hofeld gets that ball right back to her though. Goal 9. Hofeld. London not giving them many options on the field. They're contain them. They're not giving them a high press. They're giving enough of a press that's shutting down any options to get over half, force them just to play it long. Thomas is there on the first side, plays in the middle. 4-10. Oliveira. Good pressure coming in. Nice little pass up for Oliveira once again. And Yeka gets a foot in there, and she hits it off of the FC London player Oliveira. And it'll go out for a goal kick. Played 11 minutes so far here in this League One Ontario Cup Final Championships at the Ontario Soccer Centre in Vaughan, Ontario. No score between FC London and Woodbridge Strikers. If you're just tuning in, of course, at 8:30 p.m. will be the men's final between the Woodbridge Strikers and Vaughan Azzurri in the rematch of the 2016 Cup Championships. Vaughan won last year. Can they do it 2 years in a row? Wait and see, though. This one still to be decided, as Woodbridge made it into the finals last year, but lost to Vaughan, and FC London lost to Vaughan in the semifinals. This time, London was able to take out Vaughan, and these two teams have their opportunity this year to try and see if they can take this Cup Championship. Referee says I took a deflection off a London player. It's going to be a Woodbridge throw. Trying to find some options as Poulins. Going to find LaFranco. LaFranco trying to work her way in through. Can't do so. And it's shut down by London. There's Oliveira. She's got Campbell to her right, and she's going to play it to her. Campbell, back into the middle, 4-10. She tried to play it through. That gets blocked there by Hofeld. And for Yeka. Into the middle, a little bit strong, coming into their pass into the middle, and just takes the deflection. It goes out for a London throw. Long going through, she finds her man. Bounces right between the legs of Zavitz, though. Unfortunate bounce there. And it goes right back into the Woodbridge players' feet as they're going to pass it around to the back line. Trying to simple the play down a little bit, create some opportunity, create some time, got some composure possession for their team going forward. Goal 9. Doing a great run from her. And finally, though, Hong is able to shut down that run. And FC London have a counter-attack opportunity. There's Kovacevic. She's going to break it from the left wing. Some great speed coming out from her. Ball slid the ball. Campbell! Goal! And FC London strikes first. And it's Ashley Campbell who puts home the finish from a great run and cross from Jade Kovacevic. She used the pace, burned down the wing, and Campbell, she had the chance earlier, just had to hit off the toe. This time she makes no mistake and puts it in the bottom corner. And 14 minutes into the game, Ashley Campbell with FC London on the board first. Great goal coming in from FC London, and that's the start they wanted for this team. They were trying to put the pressure early. They wanted to get that early goal, because longer this game goes,
goal scored by number 19, Ashley Campbell.
So that was a great job done by FC London. Let's see what happens. How will both teams respond after that first goal scored? Will Woodbridge come out firing here? Will they want to get that goal back? Or will FC London continue it and try to put this game away early? There's 4-10. He'll play it out wide to Thomas. Thomas on the left back position, constantly making adventurous runs down the line, not afraid to go offensive. And with the space she's been given, I don't blame her. Ball will go out for a throw-in. And we'll remind you, Toronto FC is the official premier partner of Ontario Soccer. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is not TorontoFC.com for more information as that ball flies. Play over the goal for Woodbridge to get into this final championship. Had an exciting game against West Ottawa, where they're down 2-1, and at the 88th minute, Woodbridge was able to tie it, and then added time, 93rd minute, Woodbridge was there to take home the winning goal, and that's how they got to this final championship. No interception there, able to get to that before Campbell can. Back and forth here as it goes over to Poulins. Poulins is able to keep it in along the touchline. She has nowhere to go though. She's trying to see if she can create some space on the touchline, and Campbell looks like went a little bit too aggressively onto the back for the referee's liking, and it's going to be a free kick for Woodbridge. Woodbridge is going to play this one shortly. And the problem is when you're playing it on the short players, you got to be calm and composed, and that's what Woodbridge did right there. Their FC London players not giving them a ton of space to work with it in their own end. Nice passing though. And here comes Yeka with some space on the left side. Here comes Lenny Yeka. She's working her way through. Scott though trying to shut down that run with Hong, and Hong is able to shut it down. Good job there as Clemens passes it up. Turned in, Zavitz. Kovacevic back for Zavitz. Campbell, high ball in behind, and just a little bit too much of a looping ball, and Hofeld will be able to settle. Pass will go down the line too far though to get to Yeka, and it goes out for an FC London throw. Hong down the line. Can't find her player, and this goes to Hofeld, who will send this one down the field over the head of Raimondo. Hong once again for London. Trying to work her way past Tolnai. Hong doing well. She gets a little bit of a clip there from the ankle, and the referee will call that one. As Tolnai got the player, not the ball. 14th minute goal from Ashley Campbell separates these two teams, 1-0 for FC London over the Woodbridge Striker in the League One Ontario Cup Finals. As Thomas will try to play this one in the air. Zabit steps on the ball and falls over it. And here comes Woodbridge trying to go the other way. 9. And Zabitz puts a foot in there, takes her down. Good sportsmanship, makes sure she's okay, gets her right back up. Everything's all okay. Franco trying to play it up. That seems to be the goal. Trying to find Lauren Raimondo up top. Can't seem to find her so far though. Thomas, deep ball off Kovacevic. Kovacevic settles it. She's going to try to use her pace once again. That's how she got through to assist on the first goal. This time she's going for goal, and she scores! And great individual effort from the League One Ontario leading goal scorer. I'm out of words here because that play was unbelievable. Gets through some great pace, past the defender, cuts inside, and a looping shot finds his way into the bottom corner. And FC London have increased their lead in the 19th minute, 2-0. And I'll be 25th goal of the season. Wow, boy, she settled that ball down very nicely. Worked her way in through, used her pace to get by Menezes.
Scored by number 9.
Cut inside to get it by
Kovacevic.
And she fires it into the bottom corner.
Time of the goal, 19 minutes.
This is a dream start for FC London. This is exactly what they drew up in the playbook. And they're going to try to see if they can continue it here. Alvera, back to Hong. Hong into the middle for Zavitz. Zavitz is going to flick this one forward for Kovacevic. Back it goes for Zavitz. Zavitz, she gets knocked down on the edge of the area. Referee says no way on that one. And play's going to continue. Down the line for Yeka. And for Tonai. Now I'm liking what I've seen from Woodbridge. It's a couple encouraging things that we've been seeing. Some nice quick movement passing as they try to march down the field. It's just once they get 2 or 3, then they figure out, okay, what's next? And that's what Woodbridge has just been missing so far. But like we said, the biggest turnover squad this year. It's been a difficult season for them, but they've done well to get into this position already. And they have plenty of fight in them, so we had still plenty of time as well in this game. That ball a little bit too strong to get to Thomas, who's come up in the left back position. And it goes out for a throw-in. And the Woodbridge faithful trying to get their team going, trying to encourage Woodbridge to keep fighting, keep going forward. Still plenty of time, like we said. Woodbridge is coming in the record 5, 6, and 2 as Campbell comes through on the left wing. Nice little cut back from her. She plays inside of the box and almost pops through the other side. As lurking there was Robin Scott. FC London 7, 2, and 2. They're in second place right now, but they have a couple games in hand. They have a couple of games in hand as play gets stopped here. As Zavitz is cut up a little bit. London parents getting loud as well. And Zavitz will have to come off for just a few minutes and just clean off the blood on her arm there.
Keep the ball, hey! We're short, keep the ball!
Quick little take job for Zavitz as play continues in the back line. Here's Powell. Powell's going to switch it over to the far side. Holfeld. Ball now goes down the line too far ahead for Yeka to get to. And it's going to go up for a London throw. And Zavitz is back on field. He's got Spartan a little bit of advantage now just to cover it up. And play will resume. Nice little touch for 410. Back to Hong. Hong's pass though, can't find her player, and here comes Tolnai. This could be dangerous. Tolnai is definitely not one of the players you want to turn it over to. She'll play a through ball in for Pullins. Pullins is going to try and bring it to the right corner of the box, but doing well there is Clements there to shut down that run. And Alex Clements hits it out for a Woodbridge throw. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit more here. And Vaughn, again, the wind's going right towards yourselves on the screen at home. As that ball is getting cleared up the field a little bit too far ahead for Zavitz and goes out for another throw for Woodbridge. 23 minutes have been played 2-0 for FC London over Woodbridge Strikers. As Kovacevic gets that ball for London, and they're going to try and go the other way. But that pass can't find its way up for Scott. Abernet's ball deep down the field, too far ahead to get to Raimondo, but it finds its way down for Yeka.
Think about your pressing!
Yeka can't get her pass to LaFranco's for 10 intercepts. Zavitz does well to hold her footing. Referee plays advantage. Zavitz, she says she's going to just take it herself. She's taking all the defense herself. And Powell with a great sliding challenge. She got all ball there, and I got to agree with the referee on that one. That was a nice timed sliding challenge. She was able to get to that ball. But Zavitz, though, she's feeling adventurous. So took it herself. And Kovacevic comes a little bit too aggressively onto the back of Holfeld. And she'll get called for the foul.
Think about your pressing!
Well, nice pass for Pullins can't find its way in. Scott, back for Hung. Back into the midfield. Oliveira. Strano. She hasn't had to do much so far, but she plays a nice ball in for 410. 410 comes in, and a foul is going to get called against LaFranco. She got the ball and the player, though, this time. You got to make sure you just get the ball in those situations. And you're going to play this one short. Hong's got a ton of space in front of her. Also can play the short, but the pass is just too far ahead to get to Oliveira. 9. Back for Yeka, and Yeka's going to play this one off the field. Flicked on by Pullins. Raimondo's going to give chase, and that's going to force Strano to go back to her keeper, Gillett. Gillett does well, plays this one first time, and down the line for Hong, who has some time. Hong in for Zavitz. Zavitz can settle into the middle of the field, 410. She's got a nice through ball in for Kovacevic, but just coming over in time was Appleton to shut down that run. Appleton did well, but it's going to hit off of the Woodbridge player last and out for a throw-in. I'm going to take it quickly. Here comes Scott. Scott Scott's going to play across the side of the box trying to find Campbell. Campbell checks this one down. 4-10! Fires that one over. Good quick movement coming in from FC London. And as a shoulder chest down from Campbell. And unable, though, to try to get to on goal from Denise 4-10. Raimondo. Try to get through that, gets blocked. And so you start to think, if you're the Woodbridge team, you're down to 2-0, how do you figure out a way to get back in this game? You got to find a spark, whether it's just a single individual play or a player. If something's not working, maybe even start to look at the bench. Who's someone who could be that little spark plug, run around for 5 minutes, see if they can get some life into the team. And there's someone I'm looking for. It's going to be Tolnai. She's definitely a player, number 9 for Woodbridge. Keep an eye out for it. See if they can get it forward. Zavitz kept going through, and Coach Ian Porco not happy there was no call on that one. Franco able to find Tolnai. There's Tolnai. Works our way backwards to Yeka. Woodbridge just working backwards right now, back to their defensive line as Hofeld back in for Franco. Franco able to turn and go forward. Tolnai doing well there, and this is what we're looking for, but that pass just too far ahead for LaFranco, and Hong sends it away, and out for a throw-in.
Diagonally in the half space. As soon as we transition into attack, always diagonal.
Throw in there for Tolnai. She has time to settle in and give it back to Yeka. Back in for Tolnai. Tolnai, though, tries to turn, and Scott is there to shut down. Go center. She gets to do it before Hofeld. Oh, Savage. And on the left foot, LaFranco, though, gets in there. Ball gets in for Zavitz. Scott. She plays a looping one in, and Avernot gets it. As right behind her, though, was Campbell, ready to head that one home. Good job there from Alyssa Avernot to get to that ball. She'll send this one deep down the field. Clements trying to control this one. Poulins, though, is able to get to it first. Poulins, another one of the players who was on the Team Ontario for the Canada Summer Games. Made it all the way to the Gold Medal Championship final, but lost to Quebec in the final championships. 1-0 in extra time and took home silver medal. Tons of time here for Powell. She'll play it in for Poulin, back for LaFranco. Woodbridge trying to do what they can, slow down the pace of this game, work their way up the field and see if they can go and start to play their game. Headed forward by Scott, and this gives some space here for Yeka. Yeka trying to cross that one in, that one gets blocked, and doing well there is Strano. Trying to get some help there from Hong, but they can't clear it away. Here comes a shot there from distance from Raimondo, but can't find its way onto goal. And Woodbridge has to get the chances as they get coming to them. And that shot was just a little bit wide. Sports Engine is the official technology partner of Ontario Soccer and the league. SportsEngine.com. See how they can help your club running and stride on and off the pitch this season. Here comes Oliveira from distance, and Avernot gets his hand onto that one. Not too sure if that was going in or going wide, but smart thing if you're not too sure. Make the save regardless. And Avernot does well to make the save and keep that one in play. Something on the back line for the Strikers. And the men's Woodbridge Strikers are in action after this match at 8:30 for the League One Ontario Cup Men's Championship. They'll be going against Vaughan, Missouri. So make sure to stay tuned for your evening of great local action. Some good movement coming in. Hofeld, though, her pass gets intercepted by Zavitz. London now. They're going to get control of this. Back it goes for Strano. Strano switching it all the way over to Thomas. Thomas has just found herself a ton of space throughout this first half. Nice little through ball played in here for Campbell. Campbell trying to chip it over, and she shoots that one wide. Ashley Campbell did well from a great through ball from Sierra Thomas. Found herself in a ton of space, and we've been saying there's a lot of space over on the wings right now for FC London, and they've been utilizing them very well. We're at the half an hour mark. 2-0 for FC London. Goals from Campbell and Kovacevic separate these two teams. Into the midfield, Daroca. LaFranco trying to get it back to Daroca. Can't find its way. And Yeka trying to catch a little breath. Just going to let this one go out of play, fourth row. That throw-in looked like it slipped out of her hands there, and FC London are going to try and go forwards now. Franco, though, not letting them go any further. She intercepts. Whack, it goes for Powell. Powell, off the field, Raimondo. Sends a nice little ball at the field. Poulins is going to give chase. Gillett, though, calls her off of it, says she's got it, and she's going to hold it into the corner. Hong down the line here for Scott. Woodbridge just going to sit it back a little bit left, let London have a little bit of space and play down the field. Zavitz is going to carry it forward. Here comes Zavitz. She's still going with it, Zavitz. Has Oliveira now. There's a through ball coming in for Scott. This could be dangerous. Scott trying to cut inside. Scott, she's able to get to it. To Oliveira. Oliveira winds up. Shot! Just over the net. It hit the top of the net. Great movement, though, between Scott and Marissa Oliveira. She went for goal and just looped that one over the bar. And FC London, they're keeping the pressure on. And we're seeing why here. They had a slow start this season with a couple of losses and draws early in the season. And they've started to turn it around here in the second half as they're trying to vie for that League One Ontario season championship and now the cup championships. Hofeld ball deep up the field, trying to find Raimondo. Able to settle it forward. She tries to flick it past the defense, but Clements is able to shut it down, and Strano sends it big deep down the field. Oliveira can't get to that one and finds his way all the way back to Hofeld, and she gets it knocked away by Oliveira, who will hit this one all the way back to her defense. Fortin leaving that one for Thomas. Hits it back to Fortin. Fortin with some space in front of her. Nice little ball in for Campbell. Shifting all the way over there is Appleton to try and shut down that run. Campbell trying to work her way through, and LaFranco does a great job there to come in for support. And LaFranco's done that very well so far. Coming in when her teammates under some pressure, coming in as a second member and try to win that ball away for her team. There's Strano. She has some space here. Finds Oliveira. Oliveira, the little space in front of her. Paul Nye is trying to drop back and get to her. She'll play this one in for Kovacevic. She's able to settle it there, and Powell is able to clear. Yeka plays this one dangerously out to the middle of the field, and there's a turnover. Kovacevic on the top of the box. Still going with it. Plays it through Campbell. Offside. No goal. Great seeing eye ball out from Kovacevic. Finds Campbell. Right away, the assistant referee raises his flag, and it's offside. And they almost caught themselves on the turnover. Where Yeka dangerously played that ball instead of down the winger, played it into the middle, forcing it out, played it up to the middle of the field, and it almost came out the other way. This throw-in will go down the line and over the head. Zavitz. This one short there, as Hongman was giving it, and everyone was screaming, slow down, utilize the space and time.
Go, pull it up. Look it out deep there. Pull it out there. Yes.
This one there, great seeing eye pass Oliveira, finding that hole in the midfield. In for Scott. Scott to the middle. Campbell, she can't control it, but still gets it played away. Straight to Zavitz, who tries to hold back his block. There was Appleton to shut that, make that block. Yeka trying to play it into the middle once again, and Campbell blocks it. And for Scott, Scott plays it back into the middle, but the Rocca was there. She shuts it down, and Yeka will clear it away first time. Clemens gets to that ball first in between the two white jerseys, and she'll leave it for 4-10. 4-10 has Thomas playing over on the far side. London trying to just pass it around and utilize the wings. But what I like is that they're finding space in the midfield as well. Their two center mids have found themselves in a ton of space, and they've been able to utilize that and spread themselves out wide. And Strano, the great sliding challenge, hangs onto the ball, and here comes Oliveira the other way, trying to play it through and can't find it as Hofeld was there to block that through ball. Powell got beaten to that ball, and FC London continuing to put the pressure. Zavitz going for it. And Abernai was able to get to it. It was a little bit, not enough power on that one there from Zavitz, but good effort on to goal though. In the air by London once again. Yeka though can control it. This goes out for a throw-in. And really, Tom's thinking about it right now. 36 minutes. This one still putting the pressure behind Coach Jim. I need to get some there. I need some fresh legs. You're trying to find someone to provide spark on the pitch. It doesn't look like it's happening. And they gotta see if they can find a new key player in to try and see if they can get it forward. Thomas. Her pass doesn't get through, and Powell is able to get to it. There's LaFranco. She has time, and will play it all the way back to her keeper, and Woodbridge is going to try and play it. Wolfeld able to get it into her midfield. There's Poulins trying to play it in for Tonai. Gets by Strano. This could be dangerous. Here comes Tonai. She has some time into the left corner. Tonai trying to cut inside one-on-one against Toronto. Nice little cut back in. Gets by one player. Trying to get by a second. And what is the call? It's going to be a corner. And Woodbridge wins their first corner of the game. As a nice little individual play from Callan Tonai. She was able to cut in and out through the defense and receive that through ball. This one gets played in near post, cleared away by Ashley Campbell, and out for another corner kick. Got to make sure to thank our partners of the League One Ontario, SoccerX.com, Peel Regional Police, Vibrant Power, Canadian Plastic, Sports Engine, and Rome Mobile. And here comes the corner kick. Play this one in. This one's looping, headed away by Campbell once again. Finds its way out for Zavitz, and Zavitz is able to clear it away the second ball. Woodbridge, though, starting to get some momentum going, getting a chance forward. This one could be dangerous. As another ball played in for Raimondo, and the flag gets raised up. And I don't know, the first player who ran onto, I think it was because the original player, Poulins, made that initial run to get to that ball. She was the player who was offside there. And I think that's what the assistant referee called in that situation, because Raimondo looked like she was way behind on that situation. Now, because she made that initial run towards that ball, that's what makes it an offside play. Play resumes though for FC London. And here comes that pass up the field for Scott. She's going to be able to try to get that pass up to Zavitz, so can't do so, and Naraka is able to get to it. Yeka can't get that pass up. Naraka does well, let that one go out of play for another throw-in, and got to make sure to take a league essential by FIFA to the domestic authorities, Canada Soccer and Ontario Soccer. Doing well there was the Woodbridge player, Poulins. Able to do a nice little cutback, plays it back to Yeka. Yeka and LaFranco hits it with the outside of the foot into the middle of the field for Poulins. Poulins has dropped back from the striker rolls into the center midfield. And she's starting to get something going for Woodbridge. LaFranco trying to bully her way in through, can't get it by. Too many green jerseys around her, and London's able to get control of that ball. This one gets played out wide. Here comes Thomas. Thomas has got some space in front of her, and she's been finding that way all first half. Plays a nice through ball in for Oliveira. Oliveira could be going for goal here. Cuts it back to her left foot. Still trying to go, and I think it's just one touch too many from Oliveira. Thomas from distance. And she almost found the back of the goal as that one went wide. Oliveira looked like she was confused. She realized, I got space. Maybe I take another touch, maybe another touch. And she just ran out of space there. We're at the 40th minute now. 2-0 still for FC London over Woodbridge Strikers in your Women's League One Ontario Cup Final Championship. As Zavitz is going to control here for FC London. Finds 410. It's by LaFranco. Trying to work her way by Tonai. Able to do so. Finding Kovacevic into the middle. But there was Powell to shut down that run. Woodbridge was calling for a handball there. Not going to get it. And play resumes with FC London. Play goes over to Thomas on the far side of the field. Campbell's making a nice run down the line, and they're able to find her. Campbell cuts inside, plays it in for Zavitz. Zavitz going for goal, and she just gets under that one, and she fires that one over. Great seeing eye run there from Ashley Campbell. Got that pass, played it in for Zavitz, who was on the top of the box, and she just got under that ball. Fired it way over the goal, unfortunately for her. Zavitz has been getting some chances, and here comes Campbell once again. She's going to want to take this one in. Passes to Kovacevic just a little too far ahead. Zavitz, second chance for her. Goes for goal, and Abernato is able to make the save. And Zavitz continuing to put some shots going forward for her. And Campbell doing great to win that ball back for her team. And here comes Yeka, though. Yeka the other way into the midfield. Tonai does a great job to turn around that FC London player. Now here comes Hong going forward. And Kovacevic coming in a little bit too aggressively onto Tonai. And the referee is going to have a quick word with her. Saying the final warning here, you're going in a little bit too aggressively, says the referee. Play will resume here with Lil Franco in the middle of the field. Franco plays this one in. Raimondo. Her pass though gets blocked in here and it goes all the way to the back line. Woodbridge trying to work her way through was Raimondo, but she a little bit of a push onto the back of 410. It was right in front of the referee, and that's going to be blown dead for a free kick. For all your information, rosters, match previews, recaps, video, photography, and more, go to League1Ontario.com. All matches are recorded and available on the League One Ontario YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. As we have a chance out in front, that pass doesn't work its way out through. Being poked out by Woodbridge. And keep an eye out, though, for the highlight packages that are released every Wednesday for the men's and women's action on the League One Ontario YouTube channel. So for all your information, visit www.league1ontario.com. Good hold there by the FC London defense as it be switched over by Strano over to the far side of the field for Thomas. A couple minutes left to go plus additional time in this first half. An early breakthrough start for FC London. They came out quick and firing. Able to get 2 goals in early. Ashley Campbell in the 14th minute and Kovacevic in the 19th minute. That's what separates these two teams here. But as the half is starting to progress, Woodbridge is starting to settle in a little bit more. They're trying to get something going forward. Kovacevic wins that ball up Powell. Plays into the middle of the area. Hofeld. Zavitz trying to volley and she fires it wide. Zavitz has been doing a great job finding some space on the top of the box. And as soon as she gets there, she's finding herself in the right spot at the right time. So that ball is falling right to her. And she's able to get just enough space for her to fire a shot onto goal. Oh, trying to work her way by Poulins. Scott for Oliveira. Good communication coming in from the FC London players, letting her know a man on was right away. Trying to work away. Pass in there was Strano. It's intercepted by Tonai. Tonai's going with it. Trying to send a through ball in for Raimondo, but Clements is there to shut it down. Oliveira trying to go the other way. Finds Kovacevic. Kovacevic almost popped back inside by Appleton. Was there to shut down, but it goes out for a corner kick. Could be one of the final plays here in this first half. FC London faithful getting fouled here before this corner kick. 2 players coming in for this one. Zavitz is on the ball, they're going to play this one short. And no additional time, says the referee. And there goes the whistle here at halftime as FC London currently with a 2-0 lead. Those goals come from Ashley Campbell and Jade Kovacevic in the 14th and 19th minutes. That's what separates these two teams. FC London are in the green, so they'll be going from your right to your left. Woodbridge Strikers are in the white and blue, going from your left to your right. And I'm your host, Martin Owens here. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuned in for this match. A couple substitutions for Woodbridge Strikers at halftime. We're seeing Nicole Kozlova coming into the game, and Rebecca Oliveira coming into the game as well. So a change in the left back position and then the left midfield. So Yevka has come off for Kozlova, who is also on the Ontario Summer Games squad. We'll see her on the field as well. Kozlova with 5 goals this season, so someone to definitely keep an eye out for. But here comes Zavitz the other way for FC London. She's able to pass it off to Campbell. Campbell trying to break through on the left side, cuts inside, trying to get a shot away, cuts back to the other side, goes to the left foot, over the goalkeeper and in the net. Even she can't believe how she managed to do that. And Ashley Campbell has got an early goal in the second half in the 46th minute. And that could be the dagger shot. And FC London came out firing here. Started the second half with a 46th minute goal. Ashley Campbell with a couple cutbacks has extended London's lead. Wow, some great individual play there. Great job there as she's able to put that one in. And as Ashley Campbell has now extended it to 3-0, as we were saying. Let's see how Woodbridge is able to respond here with Kozlova breaking free on the left side here. Some great pace coming from Kozlova. And a great sliding challenge there from Strano. He's able to shut down that run. That's a good spark run there for the Strikers, for Nicole Kozlova. Definitely type of play that they need more of here in the second half. They need to get one here this next few minutes, and this could be interesting with 12-9 trying to work her way in through. And she's able to win her team a corner kick. This is a great response for the Strikers after giving up that goal. Don't forget though, at 8:30 p.m. tonight here at the Ontario Soccer Center, the men's finals, Woodbridge versus Vaughan. What should be a very exciting matches here on www.league1ontario.com. Make sure to tune in for that one if you're not able to make it here to the field. Here comes that cross inside. That one trouble Emily Gillett is all, and she's able to hang on to that one. She's going to throw it quickly down to Sierra Thomas the other way. Thomas is breaking through with some pace. Plays into the middle of the field for Zavitz. Zavitz, leave it for her teammate there as they're going to try and work her way in. That's Campbell. Campbell, feeling confident, try to go there from distance, and it gets blocked. Mullins back for Appleton. Appleton will go back for Powell. Woodbridge trying to settle the play down, see if they can get some momentum, get a shot onto Emily Gillett. But some great pressure coming in from Zavitz, takes it off of Poulins. There's Kovacevic. Back it goes for Zavitz and just keeps it in. Great hustle there from Zavitz. She gives it back to Campbell though. In for Oliveira, she's going to switch it over to the far side. Scott, able to get by one player. Scott though handles the ball, and it goes for a free kick in Woodbridge favor. And you can just see it, especially when Poulins, for example, she lost the ball there to Zavitz, and then she just stopped. Got to be hustling back, got to win the ball back for a team, got to keep going positive to the Strikers, and this could be something going here for Kozlova. Able to get that ball on the left wing, cuts inside here, makes a shot there, trying to work her way in through. Mahong was able to come back over herself, and she's able to shut down that run. Play goes down the other way. We have a London player a little bit slow to get to her feet. That's Zavitz, but Kovacevic has got it. She's got Campbell with her. Trying to put it through for Campbell. Campbell's onside, trying to get a third, but Abernaugh makes the save. Great job from Abernaugh. Gets down low, slides down, and able to shut down Campbell from getting her third of the game. There's Oliveira. Back to Oliveira once again from LaFranco. In for Tolnai. Tolnai's going to break through on the midfield. She's battling through a bunch of green jerseys around her. And she's able to get her pass away. Daroca. In for Appleton.
Yes, Sierra.
Passes in through for Raimondo. She tried to get through to Poulins. Back in for Raimondo. 2 players on her, and Campbell gets a foot in there. Raimondo doing well though, but a second body a little bit too much through. And the coach, again, David Porco, yelling at the referee saying it's a little bit too physical. Right, here comes Tolnai. Tolnai jumping over a sliding challenge. And she gets some help there from Clemens to clear it away. It's off of the FC London striker player's foot and out for Saunders. Woodbridge is going to have this throw in here around midfield. And they're going to try and work it down the line. The Woodbridge player gets knocked down. It's going to be a free kick, it looks like. Or is it a throw-in? Yeah, it's just a free kick out just on the inside out of the touchline. Franco is over there to take. FC London still working hard to try to see if they can get a League One season championship. The record is 7-2-2. Woodbridge Strikers 5-6-2 this season. Had a great start in, and just the turnover on the roster. So many players changing for the team due to different reasonings of schools and such. And it's been a tough season for the Strikers. They've been able to work with this young squad they've got out right now. There's Appleton. Down the line for Poulins. Poulins under a lot of pressure there, and the referee will call it as Poulins was getting knocked around from behind. Poulins with a dangerous ball up the middle. That gets read completely by Savage. Here comes Kovacevic. Kovacevic with a ton of space there. Hard shot and a nice right-handed save there from Abernaut, as she was able to quickly get her hand down to her right to make the save. And that's definitely one player you do not want to give the time and space to. If I was even Powell there, recognizing which player was coming down, I would have shifted over, attacked her, and forced her to make the pass over and take my chances.
Hey, normal pressing. Normal. Robin, normal. Normal pressing, Jack.
Comes the corner kick. This one's looping in. Still bouncing through, and it finds its way for Poulins. And she's going to work her way out here. Check that, it's Tolnai. Tolnai with a great run. She gets it over to the right side. Kozlova. Kozlova also played on the Ukraine under-18 squad. Finds it over to Raimondo. Raimondo does well to come back. Plays this left-footed crossing. Headed it away there by Strano. Tolnai trying to get to that ball. Good battle with Clemens. And it'll be London who wins that battle, whereas Campbell will be able to have the ball with a ton of time in the midfield. Hong in for 410. Out wide for Thomas. Thomas and Hong switching sides constantly back and forth. It looks like Hong shifted into the central defensive position, and Clements has now come into the left back position for FC London. Here goes Powell, though, for Woodbridge. Down for Appleton. Down the line for Poulins. Poulins, 2 green jerseys on her, trying to hold it forward, and Campbell now gets the inside route. Still working forward, and Campbell wins it at the end of the day, but her pass, though, can't find her player. Gets a good job there from Oliveira. Passing it back for Hong. Back in for Clements. Clements into the midfield, 410. Switching it over now for Thomas. Thomas, once again, space, can bring it into the central midfield. Play a through ball and trying to find Zavitz. Can't get to it as Hofeld is able to intercept, but it finds its way back to 410. 410 playing this one out wide for Scott. Scott avoids that challenge. Plays the ball inside the box, and Arenat is able to hang on to that one, and she does well to make the save. She'll bring this one out quickly, though. For Poulins. Hong read that one, and here comes the defender. She's got a ton of space. She's going to go for goal herself, and Arenat just gets a hand onto that one, and just gets enough to force it out for a corner kick. London continuing to read those plays very well and continuing to go forward. Thank you to League One partner Soccer Express for their first-class support. As Canada's premier dealer, Soccer Express is everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit www.soccerx.com to check out the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. Two players in for the short corner as usual for London. And it's going to be played this one in through. Hand there, save, blocked by Hofeld. A great ball played in the box by Zavis. Aberna had to jump up to get a hand onto that one to punch this one out right to the foot of an FC London player, and their shot though got blocked. Right up tight, that was Hofeld who would make the block as Kovacevic had a good chance out in front. Realized she probably had more time and more opportunity to control that ball, and a little bit upset after that one. But play continues with the goal kick for the Woodbridge Strikers. Of course, these two teams did meet up twice this season. Opening week of the season, FC London took a 2-0 victory there. And 2 weeks ago, was a 5-1 victory for FC London. Nice little through ball played in. Raimondo is going to give chase. Battling with Clemens. Raimondo is going to get this one first. Cuts inside. Plays it one to the far post. Koslova, though, is offside. However, and it did go out for a goal kick. Either way, but it wouldn't have counted regardless. She got to that ball. FC London had a very long road to get here with a victory over Aurora in the opening round of the League One Cup. Then defeated Durham United in the quarterfinals for defeating Vaughan Azzurri to get their revenge for last year's knockout 4-0 to advance to this final championships. Comes Kovacevic into the middle of the field. She plays a cross in just over the head of Scott and out the other side for a goal kick. While the Woodbridge Strikers, they defeated Unionville 3-2. Nice little victory for them, and a nice little comeback victory against West Ottawa 3-2 as well to get to this finals. These two teams are back in action as well. Let you know about that in just a second. This coming week in League One in season play. In just a second, as Thomas gets that ball, she's going to play into the midfield. 4-10. Out wide for Hong. Hong back in for 4-10. Nice movement once again. They're finding themselves a ton of space. Oliveira tried to take a shot and she hit that one. And Aberna is able to get to that one. Woodbridge is back in action this Tuesday, August 8th at 9 p.m. They're going to be home to the Vaughan Azzurri. Should be a very tough match for those teams, as if either of them wants to make their way up the standings, both of them are looking for the victory there. FC London will travel to West Ottawa this Friday, August 11th at 7 p.m. and take them on in what should be another exciting match as FC London tries to vie for that road to the top of the League One Ontario table. Appleton, as Campbell came in, collided with Appleton there. As the referee will explain it to her. Final warning to Campbell as well. So the two strikers for FC London both have gotten final warnings as the Woodbridge Strikers look to be making a substitution in just a moment as well as play resumes. Appleton down the line trying to get the goal. It's too far ahead for her. And now allowing the attacker Clemens to send it forward. Oliver in for Thomas. Thomas plays it into the midfielder. Zavis is going to chip his one forward. And Kovacevic just got space. One-on-one with Hofeld. Cuts to the inside on the top of the box. Kovacevic, the shot saved. And Abernathy is able to stand strong and shut down that strike. And Brigitte Poulins is going to be the player substituted off for the Strikers.
Woodbridge substitute
coming into the game.
Leaving the field, number 11, Brigitte Poulins.
So Poulins is out.
Entering the field, number 14, Kaylee Copeland.
So Woodbridge putting on their bench right now, trying to get some fresh legs in here. Try to see if they can get one goal back in this cup final. Nice little header there from Oliveira. Can she keep this one in for 10? No, she cannot, and it's going to go for a goal kick. Oliveira was able to get to that first ball off Zavis' corner and not able to redirect it onto goal. 60 minutes have been played so far. In this match, 3-0 for FC London over the Woodbridge Striker. League One Ontario Cup Finals as Copeland in her first touch, trying to get around Thomas. And she was looking for a call. There was Copeland. She was saying she got elbowed in the face there. Powell. It's in midfield, DeRocca. Franco's under some pressure. A little bit of a jersey pull from Campbell there. Yeah, and play will resume though, however, with Campbell going the other way now. Nice little job there from Hopeful to shut down that run. Here comes Woodbridge coming on the top of the box. Still going through is Woodbridge. Trying to get a shot away. There's LaFranco. Still trying to battle there. Another player coming in there is Kozlova. Raimondo with the shot. Her shot gets blocked. And Kozlova and Raimondo doing a great job for the Strikers. Trying to get it forward, but that player would have been offside, Kozlova. And this will go all the way back to Jordan goal. And that gets applause from the crowd here on hand. Some good effort coming in from the Strikers as they almost get a good forward. And a hard-nosed defense in FC London to shut that one down. FC London looks to be making a substitution in just a moment, but Tonne is able to intercept. Raimondo passes one in, trying to find Kozlova. And Kozlova hesitated for a second to try to slow down her run so she wouldn't get caught offside. And by doing so, that will allow that ball to get through to the other side. And Woodbridge starting to get something going with those two Strikers, with Kozlova and Raimondo up top.
7 or 11, because actually 7. I'm going 7.
Nice movement coming in from London. Sets Kovacevic through. And her shot that one goes wide. And she hits it with her heel though on that one. And not the ball of the foot. And she tried to go for the low corner, go for accuracy. But it wasn't there. And we're going to have a substitution for FC London.
London substitution.
Coming out, it's going to be Zavitz. Chelsea Zavitz coming out, and coming into the game is going to be Nicole Nielsen coming into the game.
Entering the field, number 10, Nicole Nielsen.
So Nielsen's going to come into the game as a left midfielder, as Campbell will switch over to the right side, as Scott goes up to try and win that header. Can't control that, goes out for a throw, so Nielsen comes in here on this near side of the field with the bright green matching cleats of the jersey. Got a long day here at the Ontario Soccer Center. We had 4 OPDL Cup final matches in the under 15 and under 16 final championships. 3 of them went to penalty kick shootouts with both of the girls and the U15 boys final. As we have an offside over on the far side of the field. It was the United squad, who are the feeder team for Durham United. They took home the championships in the U15 boys. As well in the U16 girls, we saw Burlington take home the championships over Aurora. And then in the boys, it was Vaughan who took it home for the U16 boys. Ball gets played in through and goes all the way back, and then the U15 girls to finish up. One in penalty kick shootouts to this. Ottawa South United took home the championship. 4-10 into the middle field for Oliveira. Trying to play through Kovacevic, too far ahead for her, and Powell is able to clear it away. Back to Oliveira. Oliveira still going with it, just brings it all the way back to Hong on the right side. Hong plays into the midfield, flicked on by Kovacevic. Finds its way over to Nielsen. Nielsen cuts inside. Nielsen doing well, and Hofeld though stands strong and holds her footing, and she will be able to win that challenge. Copeland and Thomas both swing for the ball, and both of them missed. And it's going to go for a throw-in for London. They're going to take it quickly for 4-10. Campbell. Campbell, 2 goals so far in this game. She's going to be into the central midfield now with the introduction of Nielsen. And we have back and forth play going over. That one goes over the head of the defense. Raimondo can be sending Kozlova through here. Kozlova getting a chance going forward. We're going one-on-one with Strano. Kozlova going on the top of the box. Thomas comes in to help her, and that forces Kozlova to go backwards. to the top of the box, played back in, and Daruka didn't get a good ball inside the box, and Jalen will be able to get her hands up to that one. And good stand-up play there from Shauna, just shutting down Kozlova, holding her back, and giving enough time for a second player to come in. Knocked around in the back, Campbell realizes she had a man coming right at her, took her time, hauled her ground, and got the pass back up to Hong. Hong sends it down the field. Oliveira try to flick it over her head, but mishit that one, and Woodbridge will get the ball in midfield. Franco tries to hit that one forward. Finds his way, though, to Campbell on the London side. Trying to work her way through is Thomas. Hits him out there from Campbell, hits it high in the air into the midfield. Put down by Oliveira. Oliveira still going with it. Filing with Daruka, has a run on the right side with Scott. Choosing to hold it back. Now looking for some support. Can't find any, and Daruka does well to hold their ground. Here comes Copeland. Copeland coming in through on the right side. Going back and forth is Copeland. Copeland still fighting her way through. Now she gets taken down. That's going to be a free kick going against Thomas. Copeland's trying to fire her way through that FC London defense. Looks like FC London's going to be making the substitution as well. That's the Appleton on the ball for the strikers. Always an interesting distance if you want to be going for goal. But it's a break for the taker. It's going to be a cross in, I would think. Comes that ball inside the box, trying to find Tonai. Finds his way to the top box. Raimondo just over the goal.
FC London substitution.
For FC London. Talia Novak's coming into the game. We have an injured player as
number
well
21.
for FC London, but
Robin Scott.
Robin Scott will come off the field for Novak.
Entering the field, number 17, Kayla Novak. Time of the substitution, 66 minutes.
Schwanger looks like they're going to have a second substitution as Campbell.
Yeah, we're going to change that one too.
As Campbell, who is down on the pitch after that one, she's going to come off for that injury. Sarah Vanderland is going to come on to replace the injured Ashley Campbell.
FC London substitution. Leading the field, number 19, Ashley Campbell.
Center back position, and Clemens is going to shift up into the center midfield.
Entering the field, number 24, Sarah Vanderland. Time of the substitution, 67 minutes.
They're trying to get some fresh legs onto the field and hold this 3-0 lead. Powell into the midfield, LaFranco. Back it goes for Holfeld. Holfeld can't go anywhere but backwards. FC London's going to shift forwards now and see if they can force a turnover in the Woodbridge end. Powell.
Yes, Kyla.
Trying to get through Appleton, but Appleton does well to hold on strong. 4-10 to the midfield for Nielsen. Nielsen, though, can't get by LaFranco, and here comes Woodbridge going the other way. Raimondo trying to find a player that's Copeland up top. Can't get it through past the head of Thomas. Raimondo still working her way through, but Clemens is able to get a foot and shut down that run. Back and forth, Daruka. Or pass to LaFranco. LaFranco still trying to work her way through. Can't do so. And we're trying to see if either team can get control of that ball into midfield. It's going back and forth. And finally, it's LaFranco who's going to be able to settle it. Her ball, though, good. Gets it behind Copeland. Copeland's going to get chasing. She's going to be able to keep this one in. Copeland trying to toe the line. Just can't do it, though. And it'll go over the touchline for a throw-in. Today's League One Cup action is fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of League One Ontario. Try the new Gatorade Frost today. Gatorade Frost, your fuel to play cool. Here comes LaFranco for the Woodbridge Strikers in the midfield. Passes it on for Tonai. Tonai gets fouled there by Clemens, and they're able to win the free kick in the midfield. Tonai going to try and take this one quickly. But they're trying to figure out, do they need the space? Tonai just wants to take this one. She wants to cross this one in. Jillian comes out of her goal, and she'll be able to hang on to that one. She knew that was coming right away and was running out of her goal even before Tonai even took that kick. Now here comes FC London the other way. It's a 4-on-4 break. Kovacevic down the right side trying to get to Nielsen. That ball's just too far ahead. And Alyssa Abernaut is able to get to the hands on that one. We're at the 70th minute mark now. 20 minutes left to go here in this League One Ontario Women's Cup final action. 3-0 for FC London over the Woodbridge Strikers, as the Strikers try to see if they can figure out a way in these final 20 minutes to get one goal onto their score sheet. Appleton forced to go backwards to Powell. Powell going down the line. That was blocked there by Novak. But Appleton's able to get to the second ball. Hits it into the middle of the field, but Fortin is able to intercept. She passes on to Strano. Strano all the way back to the defense, and FC London just going to slow it down in their back line. And the line. And for Columbus. Out for Thomas. Thomas plays it into the middle. Oliveira's going to head this one forward, trying to find Kovacevic. She's going to battle there with Hofeld, and Hofeld does a smart thing and he just hits it out for a throw-in.
Fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of League One Ontario. Try the new Gatorade Frost.
Another reminder here, following this at 8:30 p.m. It's going to be the Men's League One Cup final action, Woodbridge Strikers versus the Vaughan Missouri. Make sure to tune in for that match here on www.league1ontario.com as that throw-in gets taken down for Kovacevic. She's going to go on the top of the box. She's going to cut back on the inside. Back to the outside and inside once again. She passes it over to Oliveira, and that shot will get blocked by LaFranco and go out for a corner kick.
TFC2 is back on Wednesday, August 9th, when they take on Charlotte Independence at BMO Field in Toronto. Kickoff is 8 p.m. Visit TFC2.ca to secure your seats now. TFC2, where rents are made.
Here comes a corner kick. It's going to be taken here by Nielsen. Nielsen coming out high as Abernaut. She gets a hand onto that one, and then you can hear that punch from up here on the tower. Thomas brings it back into the inside. Over to Strano. Strano's just going to take her time. Pass it over to Vanderlaan. Vanderlaan carrying it down on the near side. Still got a ton of space in front of her. She's able to find her striker, Kovacevic. Nice little move to get around Copeland. Still going through. She gets a cross inside the box, blocked there by the Strikers, and Powell clears it away, but it's right into the middle of the field. Oliveira's able to keep it forward. She's going to go for goal, and it goes in! And the clearance wasn't cleared, and it goes straight to the foot of Marissa Oliveira, and she fires that one into the top corner, and FC London is officially taking home that League One Cup final championship, as Oliveira makes her team lead now 4-0 over the Woodbridge Strikers. That 72nd minute goal from Oliveira. She's been striking them from distance from outside the box. She's finally able to get that space now, and she made no mistake this time off that clearance from Powell. And it goes in the top corner, and that puts her team comfortably up 4-0.
Scored by number 11, Marissa Oliveira.
Copeland does well to hold their foot.
Time of the goal, 73 minutes.
On the right side. Woodbridge, now it's trying to get one, but Raimondo is offside. And she was unfortunately able to find LaFranco, and couldn't put that one home. Getting everybody into the action. She's going to come in for the final 15 minutes of this game. She's played 4 games so far as that through ball comes in here for Novak. Novak's going to go with the left foot, but Aronon takes a step to her right, and she's able to make the save. Kicking down the field, high in the air, called off and won by Hong. Goes straight to LaFranco. Tonai, gotta give her effort there. She's continuing to put her body on the line as Tonai to try to win her team that ball. Tonai is able to shake off the oncoming attacker. still going with it, trying to slide and win the team. Her ball though, but it goes straight to the foot of the FC London players, and Oliveira plays a nice through ball in on the right side. In for Nielsen. Nielsen gets around the keeper, but coming over just in time though was the defender, and they were able to clear it away, and that was Hofeld who was able to shut down that run. That ball gets over the head of Appleton. It's going to go for FC London throwing, and they're going to make that substitution now in goal. And Richardson's going to come
FC London substitution. Leaving the field, number 0, Emily Gillett. Entering the field, number 1, Alana Richardson.
Change in
Time
goal
of
for FC
substitution,
London.
75
4-0
minutes.
lead. They feel comfortable. Let's get everybody on the field and give everyone a piece of the action here. Deep ball from Thomas, flicked on by Kovacevic. Finds its way down. Nielsen for Novak. Novak's going to cut to the outside. She's going to try and use her pacing. He's going to cross in. It's a low cross, but just foot in there by Hofeld. Is able to clear it aside. Here comes Woodbridge. She goes the other way. Raimondo goes all the way back for Powell. Powell's going to switch it over now here to the near side for Copeland. Copeland trying to work her way in through Thomas though. Isn't letting her get any forward, but Copeland's not giving up in a push onto the back of Copeland. And the referee is definitely going to have a word with Thomas there for that push onto the back. It's going to be a Woodbridge free kick. This could be their opportunity. They're going to be making a substitution as well. However, Rodriguez is ready to come into the game. For the strikers. Comes up onto the box. Headed first by Woodbridge. And Richardson is able to make the save. As the header from Copeland won't trouble her. Thomas, her ball goes all the way down the line, goes straight to the foot of a Woodbridge player, Daroca. Into the midfield. There's Tonai. Tonai being forced backwards though, and Kovacevic is able to intercept, and she's going to try and outpace Hofeld, and she's so far succeeding. And Abernaut though comes out of her goal, slides out there, no risks, and able to make that key save. Nielsen wins the ball back for London though. Nielsen still going with it. Finds a player in the midfield for 10. Oliveira, she just striked one from about this range. Finds Novak instead. Novak holds her ground. Novak, can she get a shot away? No, blocked. Rebound. She puts home the rebound. The first one got blocked. The second one goes into the corner. And the substitute, Kelly Novak, gets onto the score sheet now. As Oliveira was able to find her on the side. That increases the lead for FC London to 5-0 over Woodbridge strikers. And you could say it's all for done now, as here comes Woodbridge. They're going to be making their substitutions now as Rodriguez will now enter the game, as well as Claire Munyard for FC London. So substitute Rodriguez is going to come in the center of midfield. She's going to replace Tonai.
Woodbridge
And
substitution.
Munyard is coming in
Leaving the
for
field, number 9, Caitlin Tola.
in the center of
Entering the
midfield.
field,
So Munyard
number 5, Fallon Rodriguez.
for Clemens and
London
Rodriguez into Tonai.
Leaving the field,
And
number
here comes
16,
play resumes here
Alex
for the Woodbridge
Clemens.
Strikers. That's
Entering the
Kozlova.
field,
She
number
isn't
18,
giving up. Kozlova
Claire
trying to
Munyard.
give everything she's got right now. And she can't though get through the third green jersey, and here comes London the other way. Novak, she just got that goal.
London goal.
Passing it
Scored by
over.
number 17, Kayla Novak. Time of the goal and substitution, 78 minutes.
And there's the official notification of Novak's goal in the 78th minute, as that throw-in will go in the favor of the Woodbridge Strikers over on the far side of the field. course, just as a reminder, for all your information, rosters, match previews, recaps, video photography, and more, go to League1Ontario.com. All matches are recorded and available on the League One Ontario YouTube channel. Keep an eye out for the highlight packs, both the men's and the women's actions, released every Wednesday. FC London player gets knocked down to the turf, and they're able to win themselves a free kick. They're going to send this one down the middle of the field. Can't get by Daroca, though, and she'll be sending it right back to the kick taker. Back and forth, and now Woodbridge is trying to settle it forward. And there's LaFranco. She's going to be able to get that ball, and she gets a little bit of a push onto the back by an FC London player and wins herself a free kick. She's going to take this one quickly, though. Pass it on to Daroca. She plays a nice ball down the line, but no one was able to get to that one. And FC London will clear it away. Crowd's starting to fill up a little bit more. We got the men's final, of course, coming up next, and which will definitely be an exciting battle. Rematch of the 2016 final. Bonazuri going against the Woodbridge Strikers. So Woodbridge doing the double here today. Doesn't look like they're going to be successful on the women's side, so they're going to try and see if they can win it on the men's. Got to highlight, though, the Strikers for making it this far. Took down two very strong teams to make it to this final position. Armando doing well, gets by Vanderland. She plays it out wide. Copeland. Here comes Copeland on the right side, trying to see if she can get across it. She's able to do so. That's a low one. Goes through, and it takes a touch. And I think that was Oliveira who got a touch onto that one to clear that one aside. And there's a high shot coming in from Daroca. Goes straight to the hands of Richardson, who just dove out previously to try to get to that cross. And she'll be able to hang that one onto that one. London's going to play this one short, and Kozlova screaming at our team. Girls, let's keep going. Keep putting pressure on. Don't give up. Let's try to get one. And there's some good pressure coming from Copeland. Wins it in. That's midfield. Rodriguez. Raimondo just tries to turn around. Can't do so, and she gets fouled there by Strano. And here comes this is a shooting opportunity here for the Woodbridge Strikers from this type of range. We've got to go from this area. She's going to be on the ball here for this set piece. Appleton is opening up wide if they want to play this one short. They are going to play this one short to Appleton. Appleton play this one in the area. Still bouncing, and it goes in! I think Richardson was expecting that one cross to just go to the other side. And that little ball from Lindsay Appleton somehow found its way into the goal. And the Woodbridge Strikers have found their way onto the board. That was a short play off the set piece. And Appleton, in the 83rd minute, has got her team on the board. And that's a huge goal. That's a morale boost to go into the next games in the future. They got their goal. And it was a low one there. It just seemed to confuse everybody there. Good pressure coming in, LaFranco. Woodbridge is not giving up here. They're going for another one now. Here comes Kozlova over in the left corner. FC London seems like they've taken the gas off the pedal a little bit here, and Woodbridge is trying to go for goal, and Rodriguez doesn't get much on that volley. And Richardson's able to grab onto that one. Quick roll out to Nielsen. Nielsen in for 4-10 into the midfield. Oliver. Kovacevic. Back to Nielsen. Nielsen just bodies her way into Oliveira and still going forward though. Nielsen is hoping for a run on the through ball. Called for it. You saw her point there, but the player didn't make the run and it goes straight to Abernon goal. Here come the Strikers, though. See if they can get one more over the full-time whistle. That pass doesn't work. Make its way through in the midfield. Here comes Novak. Novak Nice little run from Kovacevic. Offside, says the assistant referee. Nice little run. It's always difficult when you have the center backs and that striker is shifting from one side to the other. Who's going to pick up that run? No one picked up that run there, however. But unfortunately for the Woodbridge defense, she was offside. There's LaFranco. Still working her way through. A nice little play from her. Gets the pass right back to her. Try to see whatever she has left in there. That tank, she wasn't able to get to that. Vanderland. In for Olivia. There it gets shut down. And SC London's coaching staff not too happy right now. They've taken the gas of the pound. They're starting to make some sloppy mistakes. And they got to make sure they finish this game out strong. And that's what their coaching staff is trying to point out. That through ball is shut down by Hofeld. She'll kick it out wide to the goal scorer. That's Appleton. And Appleton will hit it down to Copeland. Woodbridge wins that ball here in this field. Raimondo, he's going to carry this one up. Trying to set a through ball in too far though. To find LaFranco is run up the field, and Richardson's just going to take a second or two. Kill off the second 25 minutes. Give her teammate a little bit of space to roll the ball out to. Olivier, out to the right side. Back into the middle of the field. For FC London. Here comes the pass. Nielsen's making a nice run, and there comes Nielsen with a ton of space. Nielsen's got two players inside the box. Gets over the head of Kovacevic as she jumped up high to get to that one. And Appleton realized I was about to clear it and realized Novak was right on her and had to clear it out for a throw-in.
Thank you to League One Ontario partner Soccer Express for their first-class support as Canada's.
Thanks to League One partner Peel Regional Police for that continued support. Now that you can always kick off your career with Peel Regional Police, it's more than you think. They have a great tent here and doing some great giveaways. So make sure to visit them to find out how soccer and a career in policing go hand in hand. Peel Regional Police. Goes to the top of the box, 410. Now trying to go for a goal, but couldn't get that one to curl. And it goes wide of the net. Winding down the final few minutes here at the Ontario Soccer Centre. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in from the OPDL action and as well as this League One Ontario Cup final. As FC London will win that ball in their own end as the ball will bounce over Kozlova. Raimondo trying to win it back for a team, couldn't do so. Goes all the way back to Hofeld. Again, the Woodbridge team, got to keep the heads up. Very young team. A lot of positives to go forward, and Raimondo getting some help here from Copeland. Copeland was carrying that ball up, trying to find it to her. Couldn't get her way in through the FC London defense. Here they come the other way though, as that through ball finds its way in for Novak. Novak takes a tumble onto the turf. That looked like it fell awkwardly, and that pass hits off of the referee. FC London gets that ball right back. Javier into the through ball. Kosec is offside though. As Monier passes it in Olivier, who sent a nice ball in. And the FC London striker is offside. It's been an all-around team effort. Usually we've been saying Kovacevic is usually the go-to goal scorer for FC London, but it's been the rest of the team surrounding her who's been able to fill in the spaces. And this one almost catches Abernat out of goal, and they do catch her out of goal. As this one adds another for FC London. As Abernat tried to clear it away, took a few steps out of her goal to clear it away, and the FC London player striked it from distance. That's Oliveira with her second goal of the game. She caught the goalkeeper out of her net, and it goes into the open goal. So Oliveira has her second goal of the game now. Yes, she's got two from distance, and Raimondo, she's gonna go for goal from distance too, but she fires that one over.
FC London goal. Scored by number 11. That unfortunately
But it's so game there for the Strikers. They've had some highlights here and there, but haven't been able to pull it together as a team. FC London, a strong team who are going up for their chances. And almost going to go the other way, but Richardson gets up high to make it the save. And we almost had the same goal going the other way there. Novak going backwards, gets a little bit of a kick onto her heel. Late challenge that's going to be called by the referee. As we're in the dining moments, going to wait for the indication from the fourth official on the added time. Thomas, she's going to send this one down the field. Kosage jumped up for that one, gets over her head, shut down by the Woodbridge defense. There's just been little mistakes here and there which have been the difference. Here it comes. So 3 minutes of added time there from the fourth official. Just 3 minutes of added time left. And Woodbridge is going to try and see if they can make one more run at it, see if they can add a second goal. Nice little cut back there. A little bit of a holdback from the FC London player. And I might be thinking of going to the book on that one because the Woodbridge player was making her way in through onto the box. And there was a hole back there from the FC London player. Not too sure. It looked like it was Olivier. That's going to force itself a free kick regardless for the Woodbridge Strikers. And they've scored their goal off a set piece. Can they do it here once again? They're going to take this one short. Fake the cross. Now in the second opportunity, a low cross blocked there by London, and it's a corner kick for the Strikers. Still have another chance. Two players running in for the short. Nobody picking that one up for London. They're able to play this one short. Offside, though, as the pass going on the first side. Everyone pinched up, and you can hear Richardson yelling from here. Everyone step up when they played it short, and it became effective as that pass back to the player on the far side was offside.
Let's go, London! Let's go! 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 Let's go, London! Let's go!
There's the kick down the field and over the head. Goes in through, and here comes Kovacevic through. One last chance for the League One leading goal scorer, and Abernaut is able to make the save. There's a rebound, though, and there's a defender there. Second chance saved by Abernaut once again. A nice double save from the Woodbridge keeper, and she's able to shut down Novak and Kovacevic up tight, but the pressure is still coming up close. Monia in for Nielsen. Olivier going from distance, and that one gets blocked. Here comes Rodriguez going the other way. She tried to play a through ball in through, can't find her way through. A second chance, LaFranco dived in there, and she isn't happy with that one. Just gonna earn herself a yellow card. A little bit of frustrations there, and honestly, at this point of the game, you'll take a yellow card. Except what you'll take the yellow card, except when your coach realizes he's got to pay a fee for that. So of course, I'd like to thank everybody, all the partners for League One Ontario, SoccerX.com, Peel Regional Police, Vibrant Power, Canadian Print Plastics, Sports Engine, Rome Mobile, and of course, it's sanctioned by people through the domestic authorities, Canada Soccer, and Ontario Soccer. As this ball gets played in, headed on by the FC London striker, and there's the full-time whistle, and your Women's League One Ontario Cup Final champions are FC London. They defeated the Woodbridge Strikers here at the Ontario Soccer Centre in Ontario. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in for this match. Don't go anywhere though. The men's match at 8:30 still.